Well, you want to do a scrappy project using just small cuts of scraps, whatever you have, and an old placemat that you don't like or don't want. You know, I was given a set of these secondhand from a relative that passed away, and I've had them in a drawer for years. I've got 6 of them, but I've never liked them. I just never liked the color. So that's why I'm going to play with these and different, you know, try to do different things with them and see, but utilize them. They're perfectly good fabric and they're still sturdy. Got a little worn edges, but hey, that looks good on scrappy, doesn't it? So as you can see, I'm doing this in my scrappy bohemian style and with a touch of Kawandi, in the sense that using the Kawandi quilting style of patchworking from the outside inward instead of the opposite way. And so I'm going to be going around and then working it toward the center and doing that. And right now you can see I am just simply starting the stitching around the edges. All raw edges. It's a very scrappy project. All raw edges, no sweating it, just some slow stitching time. This would be a perfect project to start when you just want to have some downtime, some plain slow stitching that just doesn't require a whole lot of thought or anything like that. And just put these pieces on and then just sew them down. Now when I get through, I don't know if I'll do some kind of decorative thing on it or not. Just gonna wait and see how it all turns out and how it lays and everything when I get through with it. You know, you could turn it into a wall hanging. It could be a table mat. It could be a doily type thing for the side of an armchair or something like that, a headrest. It could be a lot of things when you get through with it, actually. You could also turn it over and sew it, and you would have a nice bag. Very simple and easy. Sew it down these sides and put some handles on it. Cute little bag. Hold maybe your slow stitch projects or knitting or crocheting or whatever. Anyway, lots of good ideas here. So why don't you grab one? I know you've got one stuck in a drawer somewhere that you don't really like that much, and play along with me in this series. Okay, I'll be doing this in probably 3 or 4 parts, so look for those along. Okay, until next time, you know the drill. Stay scrap happy. Well, we've come quite a ways on this so far. Look at this. Isn't that looking good? The only part to cover yet is just this part right here. Of course, I haven't sewn all these latest in there, but this is what it's looking like. Now, what I've decided to do with this is when I get through, I'm going to fold it over. The edges are already finished since it was a placemat. And I'm going to sew up the sides here, put a Velcro closure here, and make this a project pouch, easy project pouch. Isn't that going to be an adorable use of an old placemat I didn't want and scraps I needed to do something with? And just fun working on it too. Now, no-brainer at this point. And so I'm going to finish the sewing on this and put that together and come back and show you my project pouch when I get done. Okay, hang in there. Isn't that the cutest thing? This little project pouch created from the leftover old placemat that I didn't like, didn't want, and now it's a project bag, and it can hold quite a few things actually. and it's pretty good size, being starting with a placemat size. So let's look inside and see how it's finished up. Well, it's done, and it's really a simple project and one you can do when you really want to slow stitch in the truest sense of the word, and you just want to make stitches. Just put your pieces down and go around them. That's all you got to do. And of course it has a destination to finish, but the actual stitching, you're not doing anything decorative, you're not making big designs, you're not creating like that, you're just stitching to be stitching basically. And so a great slow stitch project. Now I took the placemat when I got through putting doing the Bohemian Patchwork on it. Then I took it and folded it in half, and I took my machine and I sewed up to about that point right there. Okay, can you see that? Then I took and I put Velcro on both sides. So it's a big old pouch. You can put your whole project in here. You can, if you're a knitter, put your yarn and your needles in there. If you're a crocheter, put your threads in there. And it's kind of cool too, because if you're a knitter or a crocheter, you can put your thread in there, leave the Velcro on top, and you can pull your thread out and your yarn won't roll all over the place. If you're slow stitching or just sewing or whatever, it can hold a lot of supplies. So it's a great idea. It's upcycling a product that probably would have went in the trash, and that's these placemats, and I have 6 of them. So guess what? I'm going to be making 5 more of these pouches and probably giving them to friends that are scrappy, crafty people, and everybody can use a project bag. And so it'll be something that I can do when I'm all out of ideas, and I can just sit down and I can do this Bohemian Patchwork, because I certainly have the scraps for it. Isn't that so pretty when it's done that way? All raw edges, no trouble turning edges or anything like that. It's simple. It's a simple project. Okay. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. Till next time, you know what? Stay scrap happy.